Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
I assume yes. Okay, so again, I was introduced. I graduated 2019 from interior architecture and rental design. I prepared some presentation yesterday just to not miss out on anything, organize my thoughts, and I'm sharing my screen now. Wait. Okay, so I'm starting with what it is to what it is like working in Turkey. These are some of the points that everyone goes through this stuff. Okay, so of course you have to build your CV and portfolio. I'm talking again from design perspective because I am a design student. So these are the stuff that I had to go through. Maybe you don't need portfolio for computer engineers or other people. Anyways, so building portfolio and CV, deciding work sector and setting career goals, applying to jobs, preparing for interviews, and knowing your rights and duties. And later on, I will answer some of these topics like work regulation and salary ranges, how important is Turkish, work permit and citizenship, because I am personally applying for citizenship, and is what you learned enough in university. Okay. So know one thing, your university degree is one of the steps, not the last step. It's not the last step before applying to a job. Your university degree is not enough to just start applying to jobs. You need to prepare yourself, and I will tell you exactly what you need to do. My journey, what I personally did. First of all, of course, as a designer, I need a portfolio because when someone is hiring you, they're not going to be like, okay, you have this university degree, you are the top in your department or whatever, or you were published here. They want to see your work. And seeing your work is what is important. This is exactly what sets you aside from other people. If you don't have a portfolio, no one will see your CV even. Okay? And some companies actually say if you don't have portfolio, we will not review your application anyways. So these are some websites that can help you put your CV and portfolio online. Because now it is a very smart step if you put your portfolio online. This gives the chance for other people to contact you directly, even when you're not looking for a job. So this is just really good step you can do. Behance is Adobe website that has a lot of other people's work, interior design, graphic design, a lot of other stuff. As designers, we usually get inspired. So we do some case studies, we look at others' work. So Behance is really good. And you can put your portfolio there and you can see job listings there and people can contact you from there. Dribble, I'm not currently using it, but it is actually something like Behance. LinkedIn, everyone knows LinkedIn. You can put your CV there, even put your work or a link to your portfolio. And Instagram, this is something extra you don't need to do, but no one knows, maybe your page will actually get really good and it will help you in the future. So why not just extra? Put your work on Instagram it might lead you somewhere. And then this step, a lot of people skip it. It's actually kind of important because, again, as an interior designer, these are all the sectors that I can go in. There are a lot of job offers, and deciding where you want to go is really important. Look into it. Some people are asking for just for like a large scale projects, or for example, some companies are for furniture companies that you're going to be designing furniture, and some of other stuff like construction and other stuff. So this is specifically for this interior design. Again, in computer engineering or in mechanical engineering or any other major, you have a lot of sectors you need to decide, and you need to decide where you want to go with your career. So you need to start from where you want the most sector that interests you, basically. After that, I started applying to jobs. After I decided, I set my CV, my portfolio. Again, for designers, these websites are very helpful, especially Architectura. It's for Memarlik, it's for architecture, interior architecture, and some, I think, there were product designers as well, career also. I got to know this later in the process, by the way. It could have saved a lot of my time. So there are three and more even ways you can apply to jobs. You can either search for open positions like LinkedIn, for example. I didn't really put LinkedIn here because for designers, I personally did not see any interior design offers there. Or maybe I would see once every like 3 months. So LinkedIn was not that helpful for me. You can ask your connections if you know someone. It's one of the ways. It's really good a way to actually get a job, and you can email directly. I personally, what I did 1 year before I graduated, I was doing internship, mandatory internship. So they offered me a job. They said, okay, after 1 year when you graduate, you can work with us. It was an interior design and architect firm, and they had a sister company, which was the construction company doing the construction work for them. Because interior designers, they might know that we have a construction field we can go into. It can be a company even. It's not part of a company. So that's what I did. I contacted them. And then you need to prepare for an interview. I searched for a lot of interview questions. I searched about the company, and according to my search, I personalized my answers. So when you are in the interview and they're asking you why you want to work with us, you already know, for example, oh, they did this project. Oh, because I was interested in that project and I saw that you did this and I want. So you searching gives you the chance to personalize your answers and gives you a better opportunity to get picked. And know your strengths and weaknesses. They will ask this question. I got asked a lot of these questions. What are your strengths? And this is usually what sets you apart from other candidates. Everyone has degrees. Everyone have good portfolio, and you kind of need to sell yourself. You need to convince them why they need to pick you, and pick an outfit. This is not a lot of people think about it. And again, everyone knows first impressions. So it is really important to know how you want to present yourself. And last thing, know your rights and duties. When you are in an interview, you have no idea what salary you want to give. You have no idea what they should give you. You have no idea what your rights are. So salaries. I will talk later about the salary and the work permit, but for internationals, you need a work permit. They need to provide a work permit. Legally, you cannot earn from Turkey without a work permit. That's one thing. And other benefits. Some companies, they give a yemek card, a food card, transportation card, and other benefits, maybe laptop. So also there's this stuff that you might get, and trial period. Some companies, they can be like, okay, we accept you, but it's going to be a 1 month trial period to go with you. And usually these periods, like, they don't really determine if you're in it or not. It's mostly, yes, you got the job. It's just a thing they do. Some of companies have 3 months trial period. So just so you know, it varies from company to company. So I will talk about this stuff now. Of course, I connected my connections and I got the job in construction actually. So basically, it was reporting from site with the workers and making some pricing lists, making some AutoCAD drawings. This was my job basically. So work relation and salary ranges. For internationals, salaries differ from Turkish people. It is the government already set the salaries for internationals. If you are expert, if you're senior, if you're at the starting, if you just fresh grad, this is all set. You can see it online, but it changes. Turkey changes their regulations a lot, so make sure to like keep checking. So, for example, the salaries for designers, it was around starting salary is around 3,000 to 5,000. But until now, I did not see a company that actually paid international what they're supposed to get paid. I got paid like a Turkish worker, for example. So again, this is just design sector, but I'm telling you from my experience. Because in design companies, they're not really that big. Like they can have just like 5 workers or something. So they kind of pay salaries just like you're a Turkish person. And as as far as I know, is that every 5 Turkish workers, you get one international worker. This was June 2020. That's the last I checked. Maybe they changed. But just like Zishan mentioned, maybe the company is small, so you can expect that they cannot afford you. They cannot do a work permit for you. And not all companies do. And how important is Turkish? I mentioned that I was working in construction field, so Turkish was really important. I could not do a huge part of my work because I did not know Turkish. I could not report from the blue collar workers to my office. I had to keep up with the stages of the construction. Is this done? Is this not? I needed to write a report. I need to go. Like it was just uh, very important for me. And when I got some interviews, also some interviews they said it face to face, like we cannot take you because you do not know enough Turkish, even though I knew a bit of Turkish, like everyone now knows I knew a bit of Turkish. Some companies they're like, okay, we have projects in Middle East, we need an Arab speaker. We have projects in Asia, in Europe, we need an English speaker. And I was perfect for the position. I just did not get it because they were like, our construction workers are gonna be Turkish when we send them to Middle East or Europe or Asia. So you need to communicate with them in Turkish so you can report to us or report to the client. So Turkish for interior design construction field, that was very important. If you are working interior design large scale projects in an office like my internship was, you do not need Turkish. Everyone working in the office knows English, everyone is educated, everyone has degrees. But in construction field, it was kind of hard because you need to also communicate with the workers and the site manager. So it was a problem for me. Work permit and citizenship. So work permit, when the companies make your work permit, it's actually more expensive to get international than Turkish. Again, in design field, interior design field, the companies are small. Even the big name companies are small. So they could not afford international. It was a problem for me to find a job with work permit. Okay. And citizenship, again, this changes a lot. So you need to really even better to contact a lawyer. For citizenship, university years, student years, they count half of them. I was a student in Belkan 4 years. So they only count 2 years and you need a total of 5 years so you can apply for citizenship. So I was in university for 4 years, they counted two. I graduated 1 year ago, so that's a three until now, and I need 2 more years so I can apply for citizenship. And work permit really is very helpful and strengthen your application when you want to get citizenship. So, and also keep in mind that if you become a student and then you switch into a tourist resident permit, they cancel out all the years behind and they start from scratch. So make sure that if you are a student to kind of like get, also when you graduate, actually you get 1 year to 2 years short resident permit because you're a student and you're looking for work. But after that, try to not go into touristic resident permit, try to get work permit or other ways. And if you ask more, you can know what you're gonna do. And is what you learned enough? Okay, so once you finish university, you already done all your courses, you know everything, and it's not enough. When I was applying, or my friends, everyone knew languages, everyone knew a lot of programs that were not included in our curriculum. They knew a lot of stuff, and that was very big advantages for other applicant candidates. Okay, so the more you know, additional to your degree, the better. Your degree is kind of just like a reputation. I graduated from Bilkent. It is, of course, it's good if you are a high honor student or an honor student, but you need extra because everyone is good. Everyone is a hard worker. So after I got my job in construction, what really happened? I did not stay in that job. So basically, when I was actually applying to jobs, deep inside me, I was just like, I don't really want to work. I was just like, oh, like all these job offers that I saw, I was like, I don't really want to go and sit in an office and just work. So when I started working in construction, I didn't like the job, so I quit. I quit after just a few months. And then I was like, okay, let me learn some more Turkish because that was like mainly what the requirements were. So I started learning stuff, and then the virus happened, and there was a lockdown. So what I did is that during that period, I was just like in a shock. I was like, okay, I will never find a job after this because there's a lockdown, and we don't know when that will finish. So what happened was a friend of mine was always telling me about UX designer, and when I go into LinkedIn to find for jobs, I used to always see UX designer. So I basically started searching about it, started learning more about user experience designer. So basically, what it is, user experience designer is designing the experience for the user who's gonna be using a mobile app or a website. Uh, so basically, there is how you design the experience and the interface also of the mobile app. So my design experience in Bilkent helped me a lot because it's a mixture kind of a graphic design and psychology and marketing and a lot of other stuff. So first you start searching, you do some surveys like what people want, how what works and what doesn't work. Because I don't know about you guys, but have you ever just downloaded a mobile app, tried to go through it, and got so frustrated that you uninstalled it and couldn't get what you want to out of that, or open the website and didn't know where, like you couldn't get your goal from that website, so you just close it. So basically my job is to make this experience better, to make everything clear, and to make users actually use it. A lot of mobile apps or website, like let's say Snapchat, now everyone not everyone uses it. Snapchat got so famous and then now people stopped using it. And this is again part of the user experience design. We make sure that people actually get the best experience out of the service you're providing. So I started learning missing skills that I had. It was good and bad for me that user experience design is not taught in university. So it was good because I was same level as other candidates that are applying for the job. I didn't need a degree for that because I had design degree. That helped. But I needed to learn other programs. I started studying online, and that was all in the lockdown. I did not waste any time. And then I started building portfolio. While I was building portfolio, it needed a lot of time to be built because I still was learning. I still didn't have that much experience to make a good portfolio. So meantime, I was like, okay, let me try to at least do freelancing. I started freelancing for a company. I did some graphic design for them. I started earning like 2,000 a month. And if they needed to ask for extra stuff, that would add like 3,000 a month, something like that. So freelancing during lockdown, basically. So I started freelancing, and then while I was building my portfolio, I noticed that it's gonna take so much time from me. So I applied for internships. I saw 2 internships. I literally did not search. I did not do anything. I just like saw them somewhere. I was like, okay, apply. I'll just apply to these 2 internships. Yani nothing, no harm will happen because I am already wasting time doing portfolio. Might as well get experience. So I got an internship. I got interview in both of them. I got one offer, and I started doing my internship in the summer. And after 1 month, I got offered full-time job, and now I am full-time user experience designer slash graphic designer. So everyone's journey is different. Some are longer than the others. And finding your first job is the stepping stone. It's not the end goal. When you find your first job, that's not it. You need to think ahead like 5, 10 years where you want to be. Because if you start in one sector and you decided after 1 year to switch, let's say I started in construction and I switched to furniture design, I did not have 1 year experience in construction. That will cancel because I'm entering a new sector. So that experience will not help me. as much as it will help me if from the start I started with the furniture sector. So make sure to really know what you need and apply to all jobs, even if they need experience. Just keep applying to everything. You never know what happened. These internships that led to my full-time job right now, I did not even think about it. I was like, okay, I just applied and now I have full-time job. Don't don't uh, don't let the experience minimum years of experience scare you. Just apply to everything, and not everyone knows what they're gonna do. Just like me, I just entered because I was supposed to just find job interior design, and then I changed. And just it is better if you know what you're gonna do, and it's fine if you don't. I have some friends that were doing internships for like 1 to 2 years in different sectors just so they understand what they actually want to do. And freelance, it really helps. Freelancing really helps. Until now, I have full-time job and I am freelancing, and I'm not. um I want to keep working as freelancer. I want to have more work in my portfolio because I will learn more and I will grow more. And I'm still studying online because I feel like I still don't have all the skills I want, even that I achieved the goal of finding a job. So please don't stop learning. If you don't improve in your work, if you don't develop yourself, that will not make you keep the job. What makes you keep the job is if you keep developing yourself. So make sure you don't get stuck where you are and keep learning and keep improving. And dream big, set goals, and take actions. This is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions for me, you can write it down. And that is it.
Thank you so much,